Hello. All right. So, another problem, but this time it's not just survivor or killer. It's actually also survivor. But what I want to talk about is how like the inconsistency of how hard people want to play in matches ruins like everyone's experience on DBD, and which is why we need at a form of a ranked mode, right? Also, new camera angle. I changed it because I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/JRDCardjam, or you can use link in description. But we're going to try this out. If you guys want me to go back over here with the direct forward, just let me know. We can do that. I'm completely fine with that. But going back to what I was talking about, DBD matchmaking is ass, right? If you play solo queue, right? You play solo queue, you are wanting to win for this example. You're going into solo queue, wanting your team to at least get a 3 out. You might queue in and your 3 stack is all running Pebble. They're all running no Mither Pebble, right? So now you queue in as that 4th solo queue teammate, and you're like, oh my fucking god, we're going to lose this game. Then you start getting frustrated, and then your team starts falling. They're not doing gens. You're the only one doing generators. You get in chase. You have a super long chase, and your teammates are still not on gens, right? And then you go, and you're like, if you don't realize, you go, oh, it's not my teammate's fault. It's because the killer is too strong, which is what some people do. Some people just kind of fail to realize, hey, my fucking team wasn't doing anything. They weren't doing the right things. And that just ruins your fucking experience. But also on the opposite side, right? You're that 3 stack. You're playing with your friends. You're like, all right, guys, we're going to fuck around. We're going to start using some stupid build, Pebble, fucking Chemtrap. We're going to use Red Herring. But half of you didn't even know there was a perk in the game. But they're going in with the intention of fucking around, you know, because at the end of the day, it is a, you know, casual party game, right? And then at the end game, you as the solo, you're like, what the fuck were you guys doing? You weren't doing gens, you weren't getting saves, you were letting people go second stage, like, what the fuck? And then they literally just don't give a fuck. They don't care. They literally don't care because they were playing for a different reason, right? In any game with a ranked mode, if you're playing ranked, you're playing with the intention to win. Unless you're just throwing. Unless you're just deliberately throwing, you're playing with the intention to win. Like, typically, like, only people start throwing if, like, they're trying to reverse boost, which is a problem that every game has. And if they had a ranked mode, then DBD would have to find something to fix that. And then, you know, what's the other issue? Oh, yeah, you, like, talk shit to your teammates. If you talk shit to your teammates, then they just stop trying, like, a lot of the time. But, you know, DBD doesn't have, like, a voice comm, so we don't have to deal with that problem. But that is, like, why, like, for example, in Survivor, why it's fucking terrible. And now you go on to Killer, right? Say you are a, you know, P100 fucking nurse, right? You're a P100 nurse. You play nurse to win, right? Nurse is like the killer you play because you want to win. You want to like sweat your fucking ass off, right? You go into a game, fucking 4 slowdown nurse, and you know you play, you sweep. Everyone on the other side was running meme builds. And then because they're running meme builds, that some people might feel the sense of entitlement to go and complain and go, oh my god, bro, you're nurse 4 slowdown. There was nothing we could do. It's just super strong and OP, which nurse obviously is OP, but like they weren't trying to win, so they got beat way worse than they should have or would have, you know? And that nurse will then just be like, okay, whatever, I guess I won't play to win. And then they'll go into the next game with like fucking Bubba with a meme build, fucking like I don't even know, like what are meme perks on Killer? God, I'm too sweaty. What are like meme builds or meme perks? Fucking I don't know, Iron Maiden, right? You go in a game with like Iron Maiden ultimate weapon and shit, and then you get swept by the opposite, right? You weren't trying this game. However, the survivors were trying their ass off. They had like 4 shoulder burdens, you know, 2 BNPs, 2 syringes, hyper focus, stakeout. Like they brought everything. And then you, as the killer, just go, oh, that was fucking annoying. There was nothing I could do, which you couldn't, especially with the lack of perks you had. If you had better perks, there's a chance you could have done better, but then at the end of the day, it's still Bubba. Lower tier killers just kind of fall into this entire scenario, right? Anytime you play a lower tier killer, even if you're trying to fucking win, if the survivors want to win as well, you lose if they're good. You just lose. There's nothing you can do. Like, there's a tier of kill, I'd say from like maybe artist and below. If the survivors want to win equally as much as you are more than likely losing. Or you will, if they're good, you will lose. If they're good, you will lose, like no fucking question. If they're alright, then you have a chance if you play into your perks well and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's like the biggest problem the game has. Because I can guarantee you, everyone ever, right? Everyone ever has even booted up like a new killer or a new survivor with a new perk and like new perk builds, and then they went and got fucking steamrolled. Like they got shit on like so bad, and then they were just like, ugh, and then they never fucking use it again, right? That's like my perfect example for that is probably like me playing fucking like Wraith, right? I don't play Wraith. I don't like M1 killers. So like when I play fucking Wraith, and then I forget to equip like Bamboozle, and I have fucking like Infectious Fright on, I get just steam piled, right? So it's like it's terrible. It's an issue that both sides have, right? But if you had a ranked mode, if you had some form of separate queue that entices competitiveness, which people will like, I don't know like why the number one excuse is like people just won't use it. Obviously, every game's gonna have sweaty people who either one, warm up on the casual mode, or two, just stay on the casual mode. But you know how many more people would drift to a competitive mode? It's like people love fucking ranked games. Almost every game that has a ranked game lives longer because of ranked. And I definitely think they should do it. It makes more sense to do it now, especially if they want to keep pushing these survivor changes, right? And in the normal fucking live servers, they want to push basically basic kindred with the face camp, which isn't the intention of them. However, that is a byproduct, which I need people like I've had people in my comments go, well, it's not basic kindred. It's just showing your teammates if the killer's within 20 meters of the hook. That's basic kindred. It's not the intention, but it's still happening, right? The anti-slug changes, honestly, the old anti-tunneling, anti-slugging changes could have occurred if the game had a ranked mode, right? If they gave killers a fucking like a to-do list in casual, they gave the six stage thing if you kill before a certain limit. Like if they kept that in like a casual mode, I don't think anyone would care because it was a casual mode, right? It would make it harder for the sweaty killers to tunnel, etc., etc. But I mean, sweaty survivors would still be an issue, so they'd have to find some way to fix that because like if a Swift boots up casual, they could definitely like abuse it super hard. But wait, sorry, let me give you guys the next game. All right, but what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so like Swift could abuse it in casual, so they'd have to find some way to work around that. But it's possible. And at the end of the day, the quality of your matches would be better, right? Would you not rather, hey, I want to try a new killer, new build, new perk. I queue up casual. 1 in 10 casual games, I have a team that's sweating their ass off, right? I have a 4-man stack that's on casual mode for some reason, right? That's 1 in 10 instead of now, which is like a 50-50. You're fucking flipping a coin and just hoping you don't fucking get a Swift. At least that's how my matches have been. Like this game is a 3-stack, which was the same 3-stack of the last game that I lost to, right? And then I had multiple Swifts in this 3 hours race. I think only 2 of the games were like solo and duo queue, right? And yes, I'm shrieking, right? You can see the fucking shriek in the top corner. So I'm like, ready for it. But like if I switch to like a random killer, I don't want to be sweating my ass off. I want to like enjoy the killer's power. But if yeah, like I was going back to what I was saying, sorry, but if you have a casual mode, more often than not, your casual games are going to remain casual. And if you have a competitive mode, more often than not, they're going to remain competitive, right? Obviously, both sides have their problems. Every fucking game has that. So I don't know why people are fucking acting like this is like a new thing. Every game has like people fucking DCing ranked and comp and then fucking sweating their ass off in casual. It's a thing that fucking happens. You know what? To each their own. You know, they're not fucking gaining anything. They're literally losing MMR. But yeah, I can like when I play serve and like say if I'm duo queuing but I want to win and then my teammates are like fucking battle dad equivalent in DBD. It's like the worst fucking feeling ever because I'm trying to get out, but this guy doesn't know what the fuck a jungle gym is, right? So it's just like the inconsistency of teammates and like matches. It's so like painful, and it's a thing on both sides, right? It's just like ugh. And I literally think a ranked mode fixes it. I think a ranked mode fixes it almost entirely, and would probably increase the player base. I think you know, maybe I can do an entirely new video on how DBD could do ranked. Um, that would be interesting. I doubt they would do like locked perks. I think if you played ranked, it would like automatically give you like all perk or some shit. You know what? That's for another video. But you know what, chat. What the fuck? My bad. YouTube. Hope you guys have a good day, night. Appreciate you guys for listening to me yap. Take care.